Today, we're going to get down and dirty with how to optimize your body doing keto and keto carnivore. So let's roll the credits. What's up, everybody? So I wanted to post videos, but I was so busy helping people who also helped me. What's up? Yes, much bigger letters because my eyeballs can't see that, my little Greek guy. Thank you, Deborah, for the B-Day wishes. I'm officially 52, so I don't have to fake it. You know what's great about saying you're 52 before you're 52? By the time you're 52, you're so used to saying 52, it's like, oh, I'm 52. I don't have to worry about feeling older. Now, thank you, Nicole. I really appreciate it. Hey, Jason. People on the replay, chill. This will take 2 seconds to say hello to my homies who are popping into the chat. All right. I just found you. Love my content. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Terry. Appreciate it. Yes, 52 years young as of today. I flew in from back east. I was riding some horses. I will upload that. You guys, I'm getting heavily into horses right now because I need to expand my life because LA is not bringing me much anymore. Okay. So thank you, everyone, for the birthday wishes. So all these people on the replay, give me a VIP pass. It's my birthday. Okay. Now, not that I'm the person who talks about birthdays. Trust me, I'm not. I don't put parties on for myself or do any of that nonsense. The background's fun, right? There's a monitor right in front of me. I can't actually see. I only see gray. But with that said, actually, I should film myself on Instagram Live. Okay, people on the replay, chill. I promise we're going to talk about how to optimize this body. All right, yeah, so I'm going to do that because it looks cool. Somebody just reminded me that the backgrounds are going. Let's see here. My Instagram, you guys, is Stephanie Ketogenic. So if you guys want to see what it looks like, here is my, oh, you can't see it. Okay. Anyway, Stephanie Ketogenic is my Instagram. I always do stories today. I talked about electrolytes because when I was gone, the people who I was helping with doing keto and low carb were having electrolyte problems. So this is going to be a big part of what we're going to talk about today. Virgo in the house. What? Thank you, Nicole. So let me just do this real quick, guys, so you can see. Here we go. All right, so everyone, I just started live streaming. I'm actually live right now. You can go to Stephanie Keto Person on my YouTube channel to watch me talk live right now. Okay. Now, okay, I need to, I know, right? Turn this out. Okay, so here's the deal. There's two camps, right? I keep getting this question. Can you do keto? Can you do keto for the long term? Does it actually optimize your health or does it actually harm you? Yes, it can harm you. All right? Yes, it can harm you if you do it the wrong way. Now, I know in the vegan community, they always say, if you're sick on veganism, you just didn't do it the right way. So I'm very aware of, yes, Deborah's reminding you guys to like up the stream by collapsing the chat and hitting the thumbs up and then reopening it. I have a very humble channel, so sometimes you have to remind them. Thank you, Esther, for liking the intro and the background. Thank you. Now, there's two camps. There are people who've got metabolic damage, and I'll kind of explain what these types of metabolic damage look like, and people who don't have, well, they have less of metabolic damage, because I sort of believe that we all have some varying level of issues maintaining our blood sugar and issues with our gut. So people have this idea that you can't do keto because it can harm you over the long term. So I want to discuss that with women. People who are athletes need to understand what it's like for me, who's done this for 12 years, all right? Started when I was 40 because my mom had a glioblastoma, stage 4 terminal brain cancer, still alive today because I just went to visit her butt. Now, how you do it is everything. It's not if people can do keto or not. Oh, there's diets for everybody. No, everyone can do this because by design, by nature and by design, we can make ketones and we can use them. But when you grow up on processed foods, I see a shadow right here, but I am not taking off this cap, okay, because I'm going to have a big, deep line. I was on a plane. Okay, hair a mess. All right. Now, everyone can do this. It's how you do it. So if you're a vegan, for example, and they say, well, you just didn't do veganism right, you didn't do your B12 shots, you didn't do this, that, and the third. Now, that might be true on improving this, animal product-less diet. But on keto, we don't have to worry about stuff like that. We have to worry about, you have metabolic damage, high blood pressure, and diabetes. So, and you're 39. So Terry, I'm going to use Terry as the example of this level of metabolic damage. And then if somebody else who's an athlete who's coming on to the chat, we can use them or we can use myself. So Terry's the kind of person who says she's got metabolic damage. Well, what is that? People don't really understand these terms. What is metabolic damage? Metabolic damage is the way that your body, all the little worker bees in your body are not functioning properly. So it can manifest in different ways like headaches. It can manifest in having holes in your gut lining, having the gap junctions of the small intestine be open, right? Because if there's a flame here, right? And then you are going to work and driving in traffic for an hour a day and going to bed really late, which is shooting up your blood pressure, blood sugar's unstable, this isn't going to heal. So all of a sudden the body likes to slow down, right? It's better, I can deal with the body, slower motion, and because there's fires all over the body, and we want to fix, you just can't go and fix one fire, and then you got 2 more fires coming on, because that first fire will just light back up again. It'll smolder like a little flame and start to reignite. And trying to sort of, you have a tooth infection. So tooth infection, oregano oil, coconut oil, swish around 30 seconds, maybe use some colloidal silver, kill that bacteria, and slowly it will go down, especially if you have an abscess tooth. Now, with Terry talking about the metabolic damage and high blood pressure, now, high blood pressure just is not from just the lack of sleep, but it is definitely the drop over the glass. So if Terry, who has issues with her blood pressure, sorry to say your name all the time, but with her blood pressure and she does keto, can she create more high blood pressure? Yes. Yes. So I'm not like other people having you drink the Kool-Aid saying this is the best thing ever without giving you some cautionary things to consider. Yep, headaches a lot, inflammation in my joints, stomach issues at night. Yes. So now I am going to answer this question later, Deborah. Bermudas. So if someone like Terry does keto, her application of it in comparison to me is going to be, she's got to be very, very careful. That means like anything that spikes your blood pressure, right? So eating 1 meal a day, not a good idea for someone like Terry, this OMAD thing that I personally find, I know other people love it, I think it's absolutely ridiculous. And people are like, it's so great for me. And I'm like, that's great that it's good for you. But we got people here in the chat who are real people who are suffering. And when you put the body under stress, like I can put the body under stress, right? I woke up at 1 a.m. to catch a flight and I am here in Cali doing this live stream. What? And got a workout in. But if I had high blood pressure, trying to do that all in one day on 1 meal a day would create more issues with my blood pressure. And so it's very, very important that someone like Terry has to, in the first couple of months even, the way she would do keto would be very, very, very careful. So that means you can't, with high blood pressure, screw around with your electrolytes, because you need that cell-to-cell communication with the sodium, magnesium, and potassium, especially with the sodium. And so people drop their carbs out and they don't realize that they've dropped a lot of water, which in the return they've created an imbalance with their electrolytes. And that can spike up your blood pressure because the body's overworking, right? So if you got a lot of flames going on, you don't want the body to overwork, right? That makes sense. You don't want the body to overwork. So you got to ramp down things. So I'm like, don't work out at night. That's stupid. If you have flames going on, don't eat one meal a day, because your body does not know how to deal with not putting gasoline in the car to drive it. I try to explain to people, you don't have to be a freaking rocket scientist and start breaking down autophagy to go, if your body's not making ketones, thank you, Deborah. Deborah's reminding you guys to book a consultation, go to stephanieperson.com, right? And I don't sell cars, just some stuff love. But essentially, when you eat one meal a day, and you're not using enough ketones, right? You can make them, it doesn't mean that you can use them. Then the body will, and if you're running around and you're doing fasted and you're doing all this kind of stuff, the body will start to eat at the amino acids. So if your body has a flame going on here with high blood pressure, you're going to make things worse, right? You're going to create the whole metabolic system is going to get haywire, wonky. And I try to explain to people, like people are trying to understand, like an athlete with muscle is going to be able to have higher carbohydrate simply because they have just more GLUT4 receptors, all right, that can take in that glucose, that extra glucose, or even if you have a period that's spiking up your blood sugar, or if you have a stressful day, you can take that blood sugar and the insulin's going to go into the insulin receptors, and the blood sugar is going to go right in, and your body's going to use that blood sugar, and it's just going to use it as energy. But a lot of you people don't have that, who are not working out, who are sedentary. So you can't push that line of 50 carbs. You can't do that. So the internet has it wrong. And people often have it wrong because everyone likes to make these broad strokes and just eat some cheese and some freaking nuts, and you're in ketosis and you're dropping weight. And I know this because I just came from Middle America and I met a ton of people, and they have this idea like, yeah, my coworker does keto. And they don't understand the dangers, right? Or the fasting. So now keto was up here, fasting is surpassed keto, for sure. And what the problem is, just like keto, when something goes up that hyped and people don't actually pay attention, it's going to come down crashing, because people are going to do things wrong. They're going to have their electrolyte they're going to be electrolyte deficient. They're not going to be producing enough ketones, and they'll drop a bunch of weight. And then, like, I swear, if I get one more freaking email of, have you ever been fat? No, I have not been fat, because I wouldn't allow myself to, right? I was a little kid. My mom would make cookies all the time. You didn't get notified. I know. I've got to go. Maximus Prime. I've got to go and with my techie guy here. We got to work that out because people are not getting their notifications. But Missy Roxy says, you're absolutely right, Steph. It sucks for single moms who have to work out at night like me, but days I get to work out in the day. Okay, so Roxy, we got a solution for that. Don't work out at night, okay? Roxy, if you got to get your butt to bed earlier, y'all, I just came from a flight, so I'm kind of ramped up. Today, I had a live stream at my mom's house. I was all chilling in the backyard because it's a freaking 100-something degrees with all that humidity. I'm ramped up, cortisol up, let's go. Roxy, don't work out at night. I don't care. You think that's the only time? People have to learn how to schedule their days better. I know that because I just stayed with a couple in Pennsylvania. And I showed them. I cooked for them. I showed them everything. Is when you got Stephanie in the house with you, game changer. So people really don't know how to schedule their time because they might be single moms, because they have jobs, because they've got to go and drive to work 20,000 hours before they're able to get home. So it's about really organizing your time, food prep. If you don't have a histamine issue, you can have food more than that's been like refrigerated or frozen. It's meal prepping. This is what I told the couple that I stayed with. I said, let's get on a schedule. You guys are busy, but when I'm staying with y'all, You are not productive with the time that you're busy. So if you're going to be busy, make that time productive, because you can actually work out before you wake up from your house. And I know you want to go to the gym, but if you're a single mom and the only time that you could work out is at night, don't do it. All right? Because if you want to make it to 52 and have the mother-sucking business, you got to make compromises, and that's including myself, because I'm trying to do a quick live stream because a friend is going to take me out to dinner, and because I'm in another time zone, I got a headache right now. It's reminding me to drink some water. I got a really bad headache. And so even myself has to be very aware, because I want to protect my adrenals. Yes, Deborah's reminding you guys, I have a course. I teach low carb, high fat, not like we still eat carbs. And I do keto omnivore, which is plants, and I do keto carnivore. What's up? Best freaking course ever. I can say that. That's what you can do when you're 52. All right. So late is any time after 3 o'clock. Because if you go into a gym 3:30, 4, 5, you're going to be at the gym like an hour. You're going to come home late. You got to drive home in traffic. And people eat late. Digestion slows down at night because of the circadian rhythm. The body's trying to hibernate. And it's like it doesn't want to digest late. And so you guys still have food stuck in the stomach, partially digested, which will spike your blood pressure, spike your blood sugar. Just, it's a clusterfuck of a mess. You don't sleep well when there's a lot of food still stuck in your stomach. So people want to live their modern human lives. You have to slow down, deconstruct your life, start to compartmentalize and see where you can fit in things. Don't put on the plate more than you can carry. Okay, if I'm a waiter, I'm not going to put 20,000 things on this plate because I'm going to drop it. And that's what a lot of you guys do. And you get so used to dropping things that you're like, oh, I'll just do fasting to lose weight. Because with the people I stayed with, it's like, oh, this person's doing keto, she lost this weight. I go, all you freaking care about is weight loss. What's wrong with you people? I swear. The body is more complex than that. It's very simple once you understand it. But you got to put in the work, okay? Just like me playing with these horses. We weren't playing, yo. We were working them horses, all right? So, eat a 5 and work out at 7 too late. Yeah, Lisa. And you're a woman. Why would you mess? No. Honey child, Why would you do that? Why? Working out at 7, the body's trying to release freaking melatonin to put your butt to sleep, and you sitting there working out? No. That's going to release cortisol. Then your sleep's going to be disrupted because you're not going to get into enough REM cycles. Not worth it. Not worth it. I was explaining to my Greek guy right now. I said, Greek guy, right? Say something in Greek.
Έλα, πες μου, τι θες.
Yeah. Is that eating between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. considered? Yes. RT. Oh, it's been a while. RT, YPP. That's not the fasting people do, honey child. You know that. Yo, Julius, what's up? No, come on. People will fast, they'll get up to a coffee, and let's keep it real. All these freaking idiots on the internet, including myself, talking about crap and showing their body. Come on now. Let's keep it real. The average person lives very complicated lives. They've got families, they've got bills, they've got illnesses, they've got so much on their plate to deal with, starting a new business that's failing, can't pay their bills, tired. I was he doesn't like to be called a horse trainer, but I also met this man. He's been turning out horses for years. And, we were just talking about the wear and tear on his body as an older man. And he was like, Steph, can I get rid of some of this pain? I said, yes, bruh. I didn't say that. Because he's so sweet. I love this older man. I said, you're going to have to make changes. You can't do what you're doing. Your body can't handle what it's handling. And I got him on keto. Him and his wife called me today. It's so cute. These couple in their 70s are like, Steph, why is, I don't want to say their names, why is blah, blah, blah tired? And I said, okay, and I know, when you're with somebody you see, people on the internet, including myself, you cannot sit and talk for a general crowd, right? people don't have, this is work, okay? I'm not one of these, I never work out, I just get, no. That is not how it works. I work for this. So to try to get you guys to understand, like fasting, yes, you can fast between 6 and 6, but you ain't doing nothing, right? Don't that make sense? You're relaxing. That's why I don't like when people fast into the day. You're not producing enough viable ketones. And then you're going to run around fasted cardio and go off to your job thinking like, toughy garbage. Sorry. Stuff's all wound up today. No. The metabolism, the communication between the hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenal, and thyroid axis is going to get pissed. Ain't nobody talking about that, right? Because you don't make money talking about how hard things are. Everybody on the internet just wants to make everything look so darn easy, and it's not. If it was so easy, then everybody would be freaking healthy, running, eating salads and running on a treadmill, still having 40% body fat. Is there a likely reason why your feet swell every day? So Shelly, that's a really great question. Often people swell because they have poor lymphatic system. They also could have an electrolyte imbalance. And a really great example is people eating a lot of processed carbohydrates, and they'll have a lot of sodium in their body, not drink a lot of water, and not get enough potassium. And so the communication between sodium and potassium is off, and when there's not enough potassium in, the body will try to hold on to sodium, right? Or in the inverse, where you're eating too much potassium-rich foods, the body tries to hold on to sodium. But anyway, if there's not a balance between the two, that teeter-totter, you will swell and swell. And then if you've got poor lymphatic drainage, you're not moving, your heart is not moving, right? Then everything just goes right down to your legs. And so there's things that you guys can do. There's dry brushing where you're trying to lift that lymph fluid towards the lymph nodes here, and I got to know exactly where they are. You brush upwards, you brush down. You can use a rebounder. You can swim to get the fluid moving so you can pee it out, right? And people just have this pooling of fluid in their legs. And so often it's because of a imbalance, a electrolyte imbalance, or the fact that you guys are just eating very high sodium foods and not balancing the rest of your electrolytes. Okay, hello, how much liver on carnivore keto do you recommend consuming weekly for a 40-year-old woman who was weight trained 6 or 7 days a week? So that's me, Misty. I work, and I got 12 years on you, honey. Yes, liver, the worry about liver, there's two problems. No, there's only really one. I got to burp because I'm drinking that water. Okay. The problem is that when it's cooked, it's pretty high in carbohydrate. So if you're doing low carb, high fat, I'm like, if I was not doing keto, which I'm a ride or die keto person, I would have as much liver as possible because it's loaded with amazing nutrients, vitamins, and minerals, and vitamin C, and all this amazing stuff. But because it is high in carbohydrate, if you cook it, then you want to keep it down to about, and it's expensive to get grass-fed or pastured, so I'd keep it to like 1 or 2 ounces a day. That's all you need. And you use it like a supplement. Even though liver is my favorite protein, like I could just drool when I eat liver. So when people are like, oh my God, I can't do it, I'm like, grow up! Jeez! Wanda, you're so funny. Did I say that the information that people are putting out on autophagy is not true? I'm not even trying to pick on you, but why not? Just a little bit. People like to conflate things that you say. So what I said was, it's nonsense. And this is what I said on Mike's page. You and me, healthy adrenals, okay? So everything's, I didn't mean to raise my voice. Everything's contextualized. If you don't have a healthy body, then no, you ain't gonna experience no dang autophagy, okay? Period. Point blank period. It's not gonna happen because you have too many fires in the body, right? Electrolyte imbalance, gut issues, metabolism, high blood pressure, can't sleep at night, and you don't produce ketones? That's what I said. So all these people on the replay, listen to what I'm saying. if you don't have good GLUT4 receptor development, if you don't have healthy adrenals and thyroid and reproductive system, if you don't have good gut motility and good gut biome, and you're trying to do these things with a crazy busy life, see, me, I make my own schedule. I make my own life. I make my own life, which makes my own body, okay? But if I'm working for the man out there and I'm getting a paycheck, because I write my own checks. So if I'm working for the man out there and my schedule's all wacky and I'm a single mom and I got bills and I'm not feeling well and I don't sleep well and I'm trying to eat 1 meal a day, dumb. Yes, I said it. Somebody said, so you're saying that Jason Fung is wrong with everything? No, I never said that. These people on the internet don't think about the individual. Y'all are suffering. Y'all have problems. Ain't nobody talking about the problems. Everybody, what's up, Katie? Tell him, Katie, tell him. Sorry. One, I ain't trying to mess with you. Okay, that makes sense. I'm new to all of this. No disrespect with the question. I know. One, just think about it. It's really hard to do lives, especially when you're all cranked up like me on my birthday. It's my birthday. And people will prod you with the way that they phrase a question, and it's hard to be like Buddha the whole time. Trust me, tonight, because I'm on a different time zone, I will chillax. I'm just really excited right now. And I was having a good talk with my friend, my homie over here before, so I'm all kind of hyper. Thank you, Seeking Truth in Christ. Thank you. But yeah, what I'm trying to do is, I'm the voice that goes, whoa, hold up, wait a minute, don't believe everything that everyone says, including me. Because I'll tell people, you go research yourself. You don't have to believe me at all. I will not tell people to sit and believe me. Why would I do that? That's dumb. Because I don't like when people go and just believe somebody else. You guys have to do your own research, and you also have to know the state of your body and your metabolism. Thank you, Misty. You got fat deposit behind your knees, your knee, and on my back. Been keto for a year. I will change my workouts. Thanks. Suggestions on my body doing this, that. So Roxette, just need more context. I mean, I don't know how old you are. I don't know if you got estrogen dominance. I don't know what the state of your gut's in. I don't know if you have a stressful job. And these are the things nobody talk about. Why did Dr. Fung talk about this stuff? Okay? You have to talk about how people's lives are. Where are they coming from? Right? So I stayed with a woman who I did a keto challenge 3 years ago. And I was so proud of her. She was like, I was like, oh, wow. She's like, yeah, I downloaded everything. I got all the videos. And she goes, I could not get my blood sugar in a ketogenic range no matter what I did. So next day I come, and I'm not cranked up and hyper like I am now. I was really mellow when I came. And when I'm actually talking to people, I'm a different person. Greg. See, Greg, I love me some Greg. What's up, baby? Greg, thank you, Greg. Greg is another great example of somebody who did a consultation years ago, failed miserably, went back into carbs, had all these issues. He was like, I'll try that crazy woman on the internet again who's bouncing around in a freaking workout top. Actually, it's a swim top. And now he's crushing it. He's doing it. He's listening. And that's really important. What's up, Linda? I'm glad I'm catching this live stuff. Not what is it? Oh, got me eating liver. Yay! Greatest thing ever. Woo! 1 to 2 ounces a day keeps the doctors away. So what I try to do is be the voice of let's just make some sense out of this stuff. We're going to talk about autophagy. We're going to talk about intermittent fasting. We're going to talk about all these stupid trends and keto and all this junk. And we're not talking about the individual and what the individual has to go through. And like people are like, okay, I've got fat in the back of my knees. Why? I'm like, I don't know who you. I don't know you from. Are you 60? Are you 20? Like, have you had any health issues? Like, I don't know. But it's really amazing. Like with me staying with people, literally, because they showed me horses, right? Because they got horses and turnout horses, and then I'm showing them how to do keto. So it was like the perfect exchange. And BU. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Sometimes my cheeks get red and I feel hot after a meal. I eat strict keto and use only pasture-raised butter. What could that mean? So I don't know. So you have to sort of break it down like, is it a histamine reaction? Do you have leaky gut? And your body, the mast cells are producing too much histamine and you're getting face flush because you have now become sensitive to the protein, the whey or casein. Menopausal, going through hot flashes. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all go to your doctors. They don't know. They run like 5,000 tests and you go home like, I still don't know what the problem is. So, context is really important. I just need to make a consultation with you. Yes, Roxy. And I won't be this. I'll be more calm. The Greek guy knows. It's like, what mood is Stephanie in today? Okay, get back to work. Love you, Katie. Okay, I'm struggling with electrolytes, salting food, eating liver, taking magnesium supplements, and spray had bad heart palps. Felt sick. Now, that's a great point. Tiffany, question. Do you have any leaky gut symptoms, candida symptoms? Do you have anything like that? Loose stool, constipation, don't empty out the bowel. A lot of people sometimes who've got leaky gut, they're not absorbing, or if you're eating a lot of nuts, right, that demineralize you. Some people eat like almonds because they think it's keto and they don't realize that nuts like to go into soil. I try to explain this to people like, okay, think about it. It's a nut. Okay, it's a baby plant. It wants to live. You're going to put it in the soil and it's going to everything from the soil. Guess what it does right here? The small intestine. All of a sudden, you're B12 deficient, you're D deficient, you're this deficient, and you're taking in all these minerals and they're just pouring out of you. So another thing is that people who eat a lot of carbohydrates, they're hemorrhaging a lot of their electrolytes through the dropping of water. So your rest, getting your body to rest because your body needs to, that's the whole circadian rhythm, people working out at night. You got heart palps? You need to relax, put your body in a homeostatic balance, right? So you can heal that gut so you're not losing your minerals and creating heart palps. What's up? Was it Bioren? Let's see. I had some whey finished pork liver the other day. What is your opinion? I don't know. I've never had whey finished, so that makes my opinion less valuable than yours. Yours would be better than mine. How do you get calcium with no dairy? Get some eggshells and you wash them eggshells, okay? And then you put them in the oven for a couple hours, low temps, and kill the bacteria. And you take a pill grinder, coffee grinder, or you take some chicken bones, same thing. Take chicken bones from like bone broth, and then you go and bake them. They're more soft and gooey, and you dry them out, you pill grind them, and you sprinkle it on your food. You see? You see how easy that is? Danielle, there is no normal age for menopause. There is a normal age for modern, fracked up, estrogen dominant, poor women who are stressed out because the husbands leave them. Menopause or bills or whatever. So I work with a lot of you guys know I've been working with thousands of people over the years, and I find younger and younger women in their 40s going through menopause because they're doing low-fat diets. You need cholesterol to help build the building material of your sex hormones. People are stressed. They drink coffee. They're being demineralized. They're losing their diuretics. They're not keeping in. They got leaky gut. And like I said, if you have too many fires going around in the body, then if the adrenals are overloaded, then you start to get the menopausal symptoms. And so there's a lot of things that are important to do to get your stress down and work out and breathe and meditate and take away foods that are damaging the gut wall and eat foods that'll help balance your microbiome and all this kind of stuff. It's complicated. But like I said, like if there was someone like here, and I might do that, we're talking about doing podcasts and stuff, but if I'm able to actually sit down and have a conversation with somebody on camera live, you guys can see what I'm talking about. But just me talking to a camera, like it just doesn't do it justice, and answering some sentences that are out of context, it gets really hard. Lose a lot of electrolytes and cramping my legs. There you go. So Terry's saying right there that she loses a lot of electrolytes. So you got to be on it. Like everybody says that they drink water. The whole time I was gone, I was like, why am I the only one drinking water? I was drinking water all the time. And so people are like, oh, I do drink water, but then all of a sudden they'll go drink a liter in the morning. That's not how it works. You can't drink a half a liter in the morning. That's ridiculous. You're overwhelming the body. You have to slowly sip on that water all day long to become hydrated, to keep those freaking electrolytes in. You also don't want to do keto and have your blood sugar really, really high, because that's going to create also an imbalance of your electrolytes. It's a good idea, your opinion, to eat only fish and carnivore diet. Well, who told you that? And beef fat for fuel? What? Fish? Look, first of all, fish are, fish to be eating on all the nasty stuff in the ocean these days. So that right there is a problem. No, we're talking moo, we're talking cow, okay? We're talking red meat. That is like, oh, voila. So chicken bones and eggshells for calcium. Darn right. I have food sensitivities to eggs, so that takes out that. But I don't know if you'll react to the shell, so that's another thing that'd be interesting. But the chicken bones are great. It's a good idea in your opinion. Okay, read that. Deborah, once you do the consultation, do you have to follow up with multiple sessions to get what you need from one session to get started? So the consultations are basically, you guys, look, I am one person, and even me being gone for almost 2 weeks, it's overwhelming. I'm running a keto course. It's very complicated. We're going to do a keto carnivore challenge on the course. So Deborah, you'd be really happy. My flight was like 5 hours. I wrote the whole thing out in the whole 5 hours. So I'm going to try to post it tomorrow. But it would be ideal, yes, to do at least 2 consultations, and you don't need 5,000 follow-up sessions, unless you can afford it. But if you can really, be astute and pay attention, you can get it out of 2. 1 is the best; it'll get you started. You don't have to do more after that. If I've got other things, free stuff on Facebook, which is Stephanie the Business Person, my Instagram, Stephanie Ketogenic, and also on YouTube. But if you really want something where you need daily help, that would be my course. It's just, and I hate to say these numbers, but people don't understand. It's just $15 a month. There are people paying like thousands of dollars for these just embarrassing. I'm like, people are like, oh, what do you think about this course? I'm like, who's this person? Oh, they started talking about keto a year and a half ago? No, don't listen to them. Because I made critical mistakes when I first started coaching people. A, there was nothing on the internet, so we're starting from like the Sahara Desert vastness of nothing. I forget, I'm still in front of the swirly thing. B, because I am very empathic, even though I seem like I'm not. I'm very, very sensitive to people. And if somebody's going to get injured on my watch, that's why I started becoming strict. One person went to the hospital because their electrolytes they just weren't taking any electrolytes. I didn't know any better. They were super dehydrated. Can fibroids be reversed by keto? No, but they can shrink. Okay, it's not just going to be the friggin' keto is not the answer. Unless you're coming from like Panda Express and McDonald's and stuff like that. Then yes, probably you're that person. If you're already pretty healthy and you do keto and think them fibroids are going to go away, no. It doesn't work like that. You have to get your stress down. You might want to do some castor oil packs and stuff like that, because castor oil is really great for, and I don't know why, but castor oil packs are so amazing for fibroids, but you have to do 20 things. You can't just go and take a pill and you're going to heal. Or you can do a castor oil pack and then fibroids are going to shrink. Or I'm going to do keto and they're going to shrink. No. You got to follow circadian rhythm. You've got to keep your blood sugar stable. Get a freaking blood glucometer. There's a lot of things that you can that you do help the gut, detoxify the gut, keep a strong, huge pipe from mouth to, and these things will help your body. When the blood sugar becomes stable, then yes, potentially those fibroids could shrink quite a lot to where they're not problematic anymore, because 40% of women all have fibroids. It's just so small that they're not bothering them, but it's very common that women get benign fibroids. Miss Stephanie, don't just call me Stephanie, shoot. Like call me Miss Daisy or something. Why do you, wait, what? Why do you, so many men and women have cellulite now? Why do you? You mean, huh? First, I don't know.
Who has cellulite?
Huh?
Who has cellulite?
Well, most women do.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, even men, if you like squeeze it. So cellulite is a couple of things. It's toxins in the body, it's poor lymphatic drainage, it's estrogen dominance. But the real kicker is those tough, fibrous fascia bands that get really knotted. They're like hard, and you can get them on your face. You can get those tight fascia bands everywhere. So that's the whole fascia blaster. If you blast it, you can get rid of the tightness and break up that hard fascia and soften it so the fat doesn't protrude. But typically women who become very estrogen dominant, that's where you see it. Why fiber on keto? I never said that. Jose, you always back. Love you, Jose. Okay, sign up for the keto course. Oh, you go to stephanieperson.com. And Deborah is this amazing person. I've never met her, but when I go live, she gets, don't you laugh. And when I go live, that he means because I haven't met her. But she's just been helping me like on her own, and I just so grateful that she's here. But she posts things like how to like up the stream and how to join my course, and it's through my website. You can do 1 month and try it out because I really, really work hard on it. Like I said, I did a whole challenge. It's so cool, the challenge. I'm really proud of it. My whole flight back from East Coast to Los Angeles. Yeah, you guys, why are people triggered over capital? Like, what society are we heading to when somebody can't write caps and then have to clarify that they're not yelling? Lord have mercy, child, we trigger society. She just making it so y'all can see it. Thank you. There's another Debbie, not Deborah, but Debbie says how to get info on low carb, high fat you offer. So probably my course, this $15 a month course, because there's just so much data. Like I have to do just pure low carb, high fat videos. And I've done a few lives and a few uploads, especially in the studio when the green screen is gone, on how you would do. You have to find the carbohydrates that work for you. So I try to do like slow burning things with fiber, like sweet potato, even though there's this oxalate. White rice, at least the arsenic is bleached out of the hole. White rice is good in small amounts. Some of you guys are just so celiac, freaked out, you can't even do white rice. So then we have to find other sort of starchy vegetables to keep the carbohydrates in on low carb, high fat. You can't just rely on berries and some carrots when you do low carb, high fat, because you'll feel really bad because it's not enough to restore glycogen within the muscle. Okay, what's the time? My watch is on the wrong time. Let's see here. Ooh, it's time for me to go. Okay, so I got 2 more minutes going on here. You guys, I just got to see because oh, Lord have mercy. Hi.
Stephanie, be nice.
I am nice. Okay, I changed my mind about you. You're extremely intelligent. I'm going to be reviewing all of your past videos. Oh, don't go to the old ones. Stay away from those. Yeah, the old ones, I learn every day. So the older ones, you can see there's good information, but it was at the time. So if you saw me do videos 8 years ago on keto, there just wasn't enough people doing it or data, or I hadn't worked with enough people at that point to get enough information. But now I'm really feeling like I'm understanding the different types of health issues. And I don't mean just like in a sentence on the screen. I mean things like, why do I have high blood pressure? That's an easier thing to sort of explain. Or why does my gut do this? But something like off, like why I have fat in the back of my knees, I would need to talk to the person. It'd just be impossible to not know otherwise. Let me see, I tried Epic Beef Tallow and it gave me acne. Some people, and everybody who's got different gut things going on will react really well to lard, right? And really bad to tallow, and on the inverse. And so it's just, unfortunately, we have very sensitive guts, which is reacting on the skin. You just got to find the animal fat that works for you. So no one knows why one person, everybody's got issues with their mast cells, and why these people over here with histamine can eat these foods, but then you've got these people who can't eat these foods, but they can eat these foods, and it is individual in that context. So I would never have nobody would have the answer for that. And remember, these professionals out there, someone said, why do you think so you think that Jason Fung is wrong? And the first thing that came to my mind is, he's a human being, people. These aren't gods, okay? Just because they say something doesn't make it God. It's not the rule of life. We're all learning. He's learning. The more time evolves, we're all learning. And the information will keep evolving. So thank you, Deborah. Thank you. And I know I better go. But I think it's time I should go. The challenge is going to start not this Monday. I got to hurry up and get the content out. But like today is too hard to fly in, and like I actually got a headache. It's a time difference. I was going to try to upload the challenge, all the challenge, not rules, but all the things that people need to start collecting for the challenge. It's going to start next Monday. So if you want to sign up for my course just for that, it's going to only be a 2-week challenge because I need to see, because I'm going to collect data. I'm going to have people do all these things each day, and then I need to see that everybody's okay. Like I said, I really want to make sure that people are safe when trying something that they've never tried before, at least at the level that I'm going to take you guys. So I'll start at a 2-week challenge, and then I'll actually open up to like an internet full-on, 30-day challenge for carnivore. But right now, I think I'm just going to do it on the course page for people who sign up, and just do it 2 weeks, just to make sure that everybody's safe doing this. Yes, I have histamine issues, yet can tolerate butter, but not lard. Exactly, or tallow. Just the opposite of what most others see with histamine issues. So Deborah's just confirming that she's exactly what I just explained. Some people do well with this, and they're all under the umbrella of histamine, and they don't do well with that, and vice versa. What is it? Minerva, thank you. Thank you. I'm not a birthday person, but like it gets leaked out, so I'm like, all right, it's out. People are like, happy birthday on the typing it. Terry says, I will get on your website and get an appointment for a consultation. I feel you are the one for my keto journey. And I think that I am too, because I'm not going to lie to you and I'm not going to make it sound easy, but I really will make a strong connection with you in the consultation. And it's all about you. It's not about me and me, the freaking stupid talking head that I am right now. Literally, it's about the other person and me trying to understand where you're at, where you've been, and how to kind of integrate keto, not as a diet, because I don't talk about the diet. We talk about everything. What time do you wake up? How do you feel? What do you do? Thank you, Minerva. I hope I'm saying your name right. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate the donation to the super chat. Yeah, so butter and ghee gave you acne too. So that's probably most likely due to the whey and small amounts of casein in that butter. I'm excited to meet you and you tell me what's up. And I will, Roxanne. I'm fun, but I'm also very, very sensitive, and I'm very careful. I'm very careful. Even the people and the couples and the dad and everyone that I was putting on a ketogenic diet in the last 2 weeks, I'm right there, very, very careful. Actually, they called me today, like, what's going on, blah, 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 is a little tired. And I said, well, what did he eat? Did you guys follow the schedule? They didn't follow it exactly. Said, so he needs to eat this and this and this. He'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Because I know the symptoms. Just because you turn over so many people, thousands of people, you're sitting down one-on-one talking, you're going to learn. So forget all the dumb studies in that context when you're applying something that's sort of a new diet, right? Because it hasn't been around long enough for the general public to see what happens to everybody. You need experience with people, because just because you can have autophagy, I hear you're all good, Minerva. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the donation. It really does, because people who donate money, I don't do this to have people donate money, and I forget that it's turned on, but when they do, it means that like people are spending their hard-earned money. And so, I really appreciate it. You can't stop staring at it. And it's so nice and serene. And it's, what's weird is that it's a complete contradiction of my energy right now. I should have been using that background when I was calm. We should have had like a roller coaster instead with my attitude today. But on that note, I gotta go. I'm getting texts saying, where are you? And I'm feeling a little guilty. That is what I need. Yes, weight loss is cool, but I wanna be healed. Remember guys, your body will lose weight in 2 seconds when it's in balance. So let's teach you how to get yourself in balance, get your insulin regulated, get your sex hormones regulated, get good bone density, good muscle, right? Good GLUT4 receptor development, and it'll happen. Stop being in a hurry. Stop eating 1 meal a day because you want to get shredded and lean and all this nonsense. Learn how to talk about your body, guys. Keto or not, or OMAD or not, or whatever. Know where you're going at. Look at your body. Stop for a second. Stop spinning in circles. Stop for 2 seconds. Stop eating stuff real quick out of a package and just pay attention. Now I gotta go and enjoy the rest of my day. It's like 2 days in one since I've been flying all day. Bye, guys! And don't forget to say thank you to the Greek god. You like that? The Greek guy. He's a really, really good friend of mine, and he's just awesome. And you guys can give him kudos for the intro to that video, right? That's what's up. That's what's up.
By the way.
Yeah?
Can you go a little bit to the right?
Oh, because I'm standing in a weird place, right?
Over there. Oh, no, too far. To the left, 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 left. She will look nice, even prettier, with yellow and red hair like flames.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Comment below.
Comment below. Put a comment in the comment section. All right, enough with that. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for lovely chat. I never feel like I get enough to... You're so peaceful. Oh, awesome. Does he have a YouTube channel? This is his channel, okay? He's working on this one. But he does have a website, you guys. What is it?
Digital-pumpkin.com.
Oh, we can understand that accent. Digital dash?
Minus.
Okay, sorry. Digital-pumpkin.com. Yeah, he's awesome. He does everything. He's working at Liberate, this place that I film at, and they love him. They have him do everything. He's one of these techie people that can do anything technical, like. So keep young. Yes, yes, yes. Have a good time. Thank you so much. Love you, everyone. Sorry it's a little spastic today. I'm really excited. I'm back. I wanted to upload in the last couple days, but there was no time because I was just being the keto helper person and then learning about horses. Yeah. All right, guys. I didn't even get to work out. I didn't work out for 6 days. That hasn't happened in 20 years. Okay. That's how much I was working. Okay, bye, guys. Thank you so much, and I'm out. Yes, this is a mother-sucking business. 52, 12 years on keto. Let's keep it going. Don't be afraid. Bye, guys.